Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Roger Dow.
What a kickoff to IPW with last night. What a phenomenal thing that MJ won, Michael Jackson won show. Wasn't that terrific? Terrific party last night, Mandalay Bay, thanks. But we're here today to talk about Brand USA. So many of you in the media understand when we just talk about an idea of having a fund to promote America and having a corporation for travel promotion, which became Brand USA. And now Brand USA stands, as you can see at IPW, and as you'll see when you get down to the floor, is our premier partner. Tremendous engagement from Brand USA and IPW, but more important in growing the message about America is open for business around the world. And it's my pleasure to introduce the President and CEO of Brand USA, Chris Thompson. He's a 30-year travel veteran. Many of you know Chris when he headed up Visit Florida.
Well, good morning, everybody. Told the staff as we left Washington, D.C. I've been to many IPWs. This one was going to be quite different. Last year when I was at the show, I had one state to be concerned about. Of course, it's a huge state, very diverse, lots going on. I always found it hard to be everywhere I needed to be and be able to meet with and talk with all the stakeholders that I had to be engaged with. Of course, now we have 50 states, 5 territories, and the District of Columbia, and so that just makes it a very different and exciting IPW for me personally. But I want to offer out a huge thank you to Roger, to U.S. Travel. This is an amazing event. It's literally the opportunity where we, as the United States of America, have a chance to promote this amazing destination, and then have the opportunity this year, as it relates to Las Vegas, for Vegas to put its best foot forward and show everything it has to offer and all the amazing new things that continue to be developed here. It's our opportunity to literally engage all of our stakeholders. Our stakeholders, obviously, the most significant as it relates to this show being our buyer folks in markets, which is our travel trade, travel media. And then, of course, one of the things that I've been very humbled by and otherwise overwhelmed by is the unbridled support that the industry around the country, our suppliers, have for what we're doing now as the nation's destination marketing organization. So it's a great opportunity, a great event. We're looking forward to opening it up today and moving forward. Oh, what a difference a year makes. This is the organization that we know now as Brand USA is a year and 2/3 old. And on behalf of Chair Bettetta, Carolyn Bettetta, who for all these years I've called a great colleague in the state destination marketing world. She and I have the distinct pleasure now of leading Brand USA, her as the chair and me as the CEO, and that's been a great pleasure and a great honor. In the first year, we launched our brand campaign in 3 markets. It was Canada, UK, and Japan. The measure that we were putting in place initially as we started to deploy our marketing channels was the intent to visit. So what were we able to do as far as moving the needle in a very competitive landscape where lots of opportunities are available literally to everybody at their fingertips? How can we move the needle to keep the USA and everything that the USA has to offer top of mind? So we're pleased to announce that in those markets where we launched, we were able to influence intent to travel from anywhere from 12 to 22%. So very pleased with that. By the end of this year, this calendar year, we'll actually be expanding from UK, Canada, and Japan into Mexico, Brazil next week. And then by the end of the calendar year, South Korea, Germany, Australia, and China. So that'll take us into 11 markets. Those 11 markets represent 75% of the inbound travel to the United States. If we're able to move that needle just 1%, that's another 500,000 visitors, $1 billion in spend, 14,000 new jobs in the United States. So obviously that footprint and the launch of that brand campaign could have some huge benefits. So without further ado, I want to give you a preview of the sizzle reel.
Nonprofit organization called Brand USA, telling the world that America is open for business, making it as safe and as simple as possible to visit.